This ain't locked in for real.
What's good, y'all? It's your boy D Key, aka Gawad Yeshaya. I'm supposed to be on a little bit earlier, man. I had some technical difficulties, you know what I'm saying? So having to do live without it being pre-planned or pre-recorded because I had a live set up for YouTube and Facebook, but for some reason it wouldn't allow me to go ahead and go live. But anyways, we back in the streets, you know what I'm saying? It's your boy D Key. Many of y'all know I started Key to the Streets TV back in, I want to say, 2022. I used to go live. I would post videos every now and then on YouTube. I would go to local events. Did a couple music videos, but I had come into the truth, you know what I'm saying? I came into the knowledge that I'm an Israelite, descendant of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. So had a lot of changes in my life. Kind of stepped back from Keys to the Streets TV for a little while. But now I'm back, you know what I'm saying, with a different perspective. Because before I would talk about certain topics and things and being that I went through a change in my life, I got a different perspective on those things now. So this is the new Key to the Streets TV, back with a new perspective, you know what I'm saying, from an Israelite perspective. But today I wanted to get into a few things, right? Because there's been some things going on in our community, right? It's a lot of sad events going on right now. You know, they're unaliving our people at a high rate right now, and a lot of people been found hung in the streets and the trees lately. So that's why I titled the live, you know, strange fruit hanging, because they've been hanging out folks, man. I had a video, but I have to pull it right back up for a second because I'm pretty sure you all have heard about the recent lynchings. I'm gonna start off with this one. This lady named Tasia Fortune. She's from the Jackson, Mississippi area, and she was found hanging in the tree. Let me pull this up real fast so you can. Start real fast so I can show my screen. So you guys can see this. Okay, add this one to the stage. Okay, here we go.
We'll get to those stories in a moment, but first, exclusive breaking news. A man said to be a person of interest in connection with the death of a woman found hanging in a tree in Jackson has been arrested on an unrelated charge. Here's what we know. Tuesday, Terrence Anderson appeared in Jackson Municipal Court where he was charged with being a felon in possession of a firearm. Judge Jeffrey Reynolds set bond at $250,000. Anderson is now at the Hinds County Detention Center in Raymond. Detectives said in court that he had been interviewed in connection with the death of Tasia Fortune. He denied any involvement with her death, but told police he had been in an argument with her. Fortune was found hanging on a tree on the Road of Remembrance Monday in Jackson. JPD could not confirm he was a person of interest. Anderson has not been charged in relation with Fortune's death.
So this is something that just happened, I want to say about 2 weeks ago in Jackson, Mississippi. So this woman was found hanging, right? And the first time I saw this, because this this video right here is actually my first time seeing this particular video. But when I first heard about this, I saw it here on Facebook, right? And you know, nowadays on Facebook, sometimes they'll have like the blurred out you know what I'm saying, pictures and things like that. But a lot of times you'll just see stuff when you're scrolling and it's like in your face. Because I got a lot of people that I have made friends with in my past life, and they post these things. You know what I'm saying? So I see a lot of stuff on Facebook, and this is one of the things that I saw. And I seen this woman in her. I'm gonna describe it because I'm not gonna put a picture up, right? So I seen her stomach hanging out her body. I seen certain things in her upper torso that was hanging out while she was hanging, and it was pretty graphic. They didn't show her face in the picture that I saw, but it was graphic. And you know, one question that comes to mind with a lot of people is they saying that black folks is not hanging themselves. You know what I'm saying? Because this is, people think that the lynching stopped in like the 60s, 70s, 80s. Nah, lynchings are still around. You know what I'm saying? And more so now we know about these things because it's in our face on social media. You know, you can't help but see these things. Like I said, I saw this on Facebook and I was just scrolling with no blurred out, no nothing. You know what I'm saying? It was right there. And it was sad to see. You know what I'm saying? So it's sad that they said that it was this 29-year-old sorry about that. It was you see this young man right here to the far right. They wanted to say he did it. So I'm gonna click that video just to see what they're talking about in this video, so I can get more information on the man.
If my website lost all of its traffic today, here's how I build it back in 60 days. First, I'd go to SimilarWeb, a platform that lets you track your competitors online. From here, I'd look at my competitors' exact marketing channels to see which sites and
okay. This is
by the name of Tasia Fortune was found hung from a tree down there in Mississippi. Now, us as African American people, black people, you know, whatever we calling ourselves right these days, but you know,
and all this is fair use. This is all fair use. I'm just doing a reaction video, you know what I'm saying? Just talking about some of the things that go in our community. This is not for profit, anything like that.
for black people, but when we hear that a black person was hung, right, instantly, you know, we get to replaying history in our minds, right? Because we understand that there was only a particular race of people that hung black people, right?
And that goes back to the thing I said earlier. Like, we're not hanging ourselves. You know what I'm saying? So this brother just said that we know that there's a particular race of people who hang us. You know what I'm saying? So let's continue to see what he said after that.
So when we hear that a sister was hung, hey, man, wait a minute. Instantly, our minds say, hey, man, you know, some white people done hung this sister.
Right.
You know, some white supremacists, some white racist people done hung this sister.
Right.
Now, if you are not African American, you probably would say, well, how do y'all come up with that when you don't even have no actual factual evidence? Well, it doesn't have, well, it has a lot to do with actual factual evidence. And I understand what you're saying if you're not African American, but it's just the African American experience in America that tells us, hey, man, these people did it.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? Instantly, these people did it. Because
right. I'm gonna get into that a little bit later, you know what I'm saying? Because there is a particular people who's been against us, you know what I'm saying? And it seems like black today, it's like more so now we just figured that person is now our friend, you know what I'm saying? Somebody we can trust, but they never given us a reason to trust them, you know what I'm saying? Every time throughout society, like this civilization, past civilizations, this particular people group, they've decided that they were gonna, you know what I'm saying, be deceitful to us. So what they'll do is we'll be oppressed, you know what I'm saying? Then they'll come smiling, you know, oh, everything's good now, I'm your friend now. And really they not your friend. They coming to stab you in the back again. Matter of fact, I'm gonna go ahead and get into it because like I said, this is gonna be the Israelite perspective. So I'm gonna pull out a couple of precepts. Right, because I didn't really have this one particularly up, but I'm gonna bring this out real fast. Let's see. As for some of y'all who don't know, I have a Bible app as well. So I'm gonna pull this up on my Bible app real fast. What's going on? Okay, had to refresh, I guess. Pull this up. This is Sirach 12:10. Some of y'all might not be familiar with the Apocrypha, but the Apocrypha was part of the original KJV Bible, right? And certain books were taken out, you know what I'm saying, to push a certain doctrine. So when I came back into the knowledge that I'm a descendant of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, what I did was I understood that these particular books were needed to further your understanding of the Bible, right? So let me share this real fast. So this is Sirach or Ecclesiasticus chapter 12 and verse 10. It says, never trust thine enemy, for as iron rusted, so is his wickedness. We read verse 11 too. And it says, though he humble himself, like how I was saying earlier, right? This one particular group, like they'll come to us, act like they're peaceful with us, right? But eventually that peace will run out, or they're pretending to be peaceful, it'll run out, it'll run real slim. It says, though he humble himself and go crouching, yet take good heed and beware of him, for thou shalt be unto him as if thou hast wiped the looking glass. So what they're saying is, he's not even gonna remember. He gonna be like, a looking glass, right? That's kind of like a looking glass is a mirror, right? So he gonna be like, man, I don't remember what you said, bro. Like, it's gonna be like, It says, and thou shalt know that his rust have not altogether wiped away. So basically it's saying he gonna come to you and humble himself and pretend like he humbled himself, and then he gonna turn his back on you, he gonna stab you in the back. And then act like nothing happened. That's what they're saying. And that's what they do to us. They come telling us, oh, we're not our ancestors, you know what I'm saying? You don't have to worry about slavery. I would never do that type of thing to you. We're friends, right? They say things like that, right? And then stab you in your back. You know what I'm saying? That's what these people do. Get back to this one real fast.
Because even though, you know, we have our problems in the African American community, I have never heard, you know, of a brother or a sister, you know, hanging a brother or a sister. Now we might fight, shoot, stab, scratch, wrestle,
Right.
all that. But I have never, and I mean, I could be wrong. Y'all get in the comments and y'all correct.
And shout out to this brother. This brother's name is Hood Educated. I don't know his real name, but you know that's his title of his YouTube channel. You know what I'm saying? So shout out to this brother right here, because I like his. So far, I'm liking his content.
I have never heard of a group of brothers or a group of sisters gathering and saying, "Hey man, we finna hang this nigga." Excuse my language. I have never. So when we hear that a sister was hung down in Mississippi, the hanging capital of the United States of America, hey, our assumptions get to just, you know, our spider senses get to kicking in. You know, we get to assuming and speculating. Hey man, wait a minute. Is they doing this again? You see what I'm saying? And not only that though, because from the understanding that I'm getting from this sister, this 29-year-old sister, rest in peace to her and condolences to her family. But those of you who pray for strength, understanding, and courage for her family. She wasn't that type. She loved life. She wasn't that type that would, you know, go ahead and get herself up out of here. She wasn't that type. She loved life. She had 4 kids to live.
So basically, what he's saying is, this woman wasn't the type of woman that would unalive herself. You know what I'm saying? She isn't the type of woman that would take her own life. She had people to live for. She had, what do you think it is? She had 4 kids. You know what I'm saying? So that right there just rules out the suicide.
You see what I'm saying? And not only that though, right? This right here what just kind of like blew my mind about the whole thing, y'all. You know, usually when people, you know, take their lives like that, you know, because people do, we know we can't sugarcoat that. People do take their lives in that fashion. Usually when they do that, you know, they, you know, put something around their neck and, you know, they stand up on the chair or something and then they kick that away from under them. And then, you know, it happens, right? I don't want to be saying what it is because, you know, YouTube, the algorithm and stuff, they be tripping like that. I don't want to, you know, that's why I'm trying to be careful with my words. But, you know, they kick the chair off from up under them and then it happens, right? But this wasn't the case, right? It wasn't like that. They are saying that they found this sister behind a condemned house and she's so far in the tree hanging that they had to call the fire department. Do you hear me? They had to call the fire department to use the ladder from the fire truck to get her down. Check it out.
Okay, Christina, thanks. The Hinds County coroner has identified the woman found hanging from a tree behind a Jackson home this week, and it's a case that's now drawing even more attention.
That's right. A city council member says federal authorities need to step in. 16 WAPT's Ross Adams explains what he's asking for and why he says the investigation needs more eyes on it.
A young woman found hanging from a tree in the backyard of a vacant house in West Jackson has been identified as Tasia Fortune. The coroner says the 29-year-old woman had been suspended from the tree 3 to 4 days before someone discovered the remains Monday night. According to City Councilman Kenneth Stokes, the Jackson Fire Department had to use a ladder truck to remove Fortune's body from the tree.
That means she was high in the air. What kind of inhumane person will hang somebody in that mountain? Everywhere you go, they talking about that hanging. I don't care where you go, to the grocery store, to get something to eat, people talking about that hanging.
The Jackson Police Department hasn't been talking about its investigation of the hanging.
Man, so this became the talk of the town, man. Like, you know, in Jackson, Mississippi, that's a violent place. You know what I'm saying? A lot of things go down in Jackson, Mississippi. I know a couple folks in Jackson, Mississippi, you know what I'm saying? And they wild in Jackson, I ain't gonna lie. They wild in Jackson. It's a lot of gang activity there, it's a lot of murdering. But I think Jackson is the capital of Mississippi, if I'm not mistaken. So there's a lot of people there. There's a lot of black people there. It's a thriving black community. You know what I'm saying? As far as I wouldn't necessarily say that it's. I don't know what the kind of money is out there. Well, how wealthy they are out there. But I will say this: it's a lot of our people there. You know what I'm saying? So anywhere where there's a lot of our people at, it's bound to be some type of stuff going on because God is always with our people. So they say this is the top of the town, and like I was saying earlier, the sister, I seen her picture of her body on Facebook. You know what I'm saying? So I'm gonna pull this up real fast. Pull this out. Cause I didn't have these precepts together. I didn't have these together. I'm just thinking these are things that come to mind while I'm pulling these up. Kindness. 1 Corinthians 4:6. I believe that's the scripture, right? Yeah, let me see. Let me see if that's it. 4:9. Yep. I think that's it. And it's not a particular one, it's still saying the same thing. So it says, this is 1 Corinthians 4:9. It says, I think God has set before us the apostles last, as it were, appointed to death, for we are made a spectacle to the world, to angels and to men. So this particularly is talking about the apostles being made spectacles, right? Because Paul was an apostle, and I'm pretty sure there were more apostles outside of the 12, but and Paul, right? Because you know what I'm saying, that's who Christ had sent out, right? In particularly, right? He came to these men himself. So he came to the 12 and to Paul himself. But either way, you know what I'm saying, that's who we sent out, right? And they were saying how they were made a spectacle into the world because of their faith in Christ, right? You know what I'm saying? And the angels saw it and men saw it, you know what I'm saying? That's who all saw it, the world, the angels, and the men. Right. So God is seeing what's going on, you know what I'm saying? He's seeing what's going on to our people. It's not like, because a lot of people, they'll say, where is this God? You know what I'm saying? My brothers earlier were bringing this up in their lesson. They brought out my brothers at Iron Horn and Zion, you know, but we're made a spectacle, man. And they do these things to our people in the streets, you know what I'm saying? They talk about us, they hang us in the streets, you know what I'm saying? They make memes about us, they make videos on us, you know what I'm saying? They talk about us on shows like Friday Night, what is it? Friday Night Live or something like that. Saturday Night, SNL, Saturday Night Live. Right, so they do things like that, right? And we're made a spectacle. You can see these videos fast.
Other than a late Monday night social media post, JPD has been so tight-lipped, they haven't even sent out a press release.
Once upon a time, a press release will come out quickly because of the sensitive nature of hangings in Mississippi.
Right, yep. So basically what they're saying is the police ain't really doing nothing about this, man. Like, it's crazy. You think that they'll be on it because it's a hanging in Jackson, and this is not, like, Jackson got so many black folks, you really ain't even no white folks out here, so who gonna hang somebody? That's basically what they said. Who gonna hang somebody in Jackson, one of the blackest cities? It's like a city like Atlanta, you know what I'm saying? A city like Birmingham, a city like this. what I'm saying? Ain't no black folk, ain't no really no white folks out here. That's something you'll think that you'll see in like East Texas or, you know what I'm saying, maybe far north towards Oklahoma. You know, you don't see that type of stuff in Dallas or Houston area. You know what I'm saying? This is Jackson, one of the blackest cities in Mississippi.
Councilman Stokes is worried. That's why he sent a letter to the U.S. Attorney's Office asking for help about the incident on Road of Remembrance. In his letter, Stokes says he wants federal authorities to assist police finding Fortune's killer and why they strung her body up in a tree.
Hangings in the world of Mississippi, when you think of Emmett Till and others, it's a bad word.
Right.
So surely somebody should say something.
Reporting from Jackson, Ross Adams, 16 WAPT News.
A deputy spokesman says the case remains active investigation.
This is the biggest secret of 2026, and they don't want you to know about this.
If you want to qualify for a huge check like this one, here's how. Give me 30 seconds, and I'll show you what thousands.
I'm not even paying for it.
Now, before I continue, allow me to say this right here, right? Because I don't want y'all to get me wrong about the state of Mississippi. There are some good people in Mississippi, white and black, good people down there. Not racist. I'm talking about, you got interracial relationships and stuff like that. There are good people in Mississippi, just like there are good people throughout the United States of America. But we would be a fool to think that they are not bad people still living.
I'm gonna say this: there are some people that are harmless. That don't mean they. Well, when I say harmless, I mean like there are some people that won't go out of their way. You know what I'm saying? To be harmful to our people, right? But ultimately, if you into the understanding of being an Israelite, you'll understand that these people are harmful. Even if they're not killing us with violence, shoot, they killing us with the food. You know what I'm saying? They're killing us with their systems. They kill us in a lot of ways. Shoot, for instance, right? At my job, they feed us a lot. You know what I'm saying? But at the same time, they gonna feed you some pork. Now me, you know what I'm saying? I've already voiced that I don't eat pork. So they respect me enough to bring me some beef. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes I'll be asked out if they don't have no burgers. You know what I'm saying? They most of the time they'll have like burgers and hot dogs, right? Every now and then they'll have stuff like pizza. You know, if they do that, I just tell them give me a cheese. Make sure there's cheese pizza. You know what I'm saying? So I don't eat pork. My coworkers talk shit to me all the time about it, but it is what it is. I don't eat pork. I don't eat shrimp. I don't eat crab. I don't eat lobster. So I don't eat seafood. I eat regular fish. They talk shit to me because I don't eat catfish. I'm not eating that, bro. That's a bottom feeder, and the Most High said don't eat that. Shoot. My coworkers love shrimp. Shrimps are the roaches of the sea. You know what I'm saying? It's just certain things. Once you come into the knowledge of this stuff, you'll realize that you really eating disgusting stuff. And this is the crazy part about it too. It's like these folks done flipped everything, because if you really think about it, stuff like shrimps, stuff like lobster, like that wasn't back in the early, I'm gonna say up until like the 1800s, 1900s, right? Like them foods were not delicacies. They knew what that was. They knew that a shrimp was a roach of the sea. They knew that a crawfish is like it's like a mouse. You know what I'm saying? Like they knew these type of things, so they wasn't putting that in their bodies. It wasn't until we came to America and they came with all this bullshit that folks started eating the food the way they eat now. That wasn't stuff we ate, bro. It's plenty of folks in Africa who don't eat pork. You got some who do, but there's plenty of folks in Africa that don't eat pork. They don't eat all that crazy stuff. Most folks in Africa, they gonna have them a good chicken dish and a good beef dish because that's what we ate. You gonna have some goat. You know what I'm saying? We eat goat too. You don't eat that. You don't eat no damn seafood. That wasn't introduced to us till we got to the Caribbeans and we was off the shores of the ocean and stuff like that. We weren't eating that stuff. We eat what's within the land. Cause we was in the land. Wasn't no beaches. No, I'm talking about as far as us that come from Africa, right? Because you got the black folks who were already here in America that were once in Africa and then migrated to America thousands of years later. But you know what I'm saying? You got those folks, and maybe their stuff changed, but that's not nothing that God ever ordained for us to eat. And when you research these things, you realize how much toxin those things have in the foods. But I'm getting into the judgment off subject a little bit. Let me get back into this video.
In Mississippi or anywhere in the United States of America, because there are. And we would be a fool to think that there are no longer any racist people in Mississippi or throughout the United States of America. You see what I'm saying? We would be a fool to think like that. So we hood educated, not lame related. We ain't no fool.
Right.
Now, just like the brother Stokes said, the police ain't with a press conference. The police ain't said nothing. You see? Now, the reason why this strikes me is because of this right here, y'all. During the time when they were just running rampant down there in Mississippi, the police was helping the Ku Klux Klans and other white supremacists and stuff like that kill black people. Look, the police will arrest a brother or a sister, put him in the county jail illegally, and then here come the Ku Klux Klans or the racist mob, and the police will just sit back and won't do nothing. Let the racist mob walk into the county jail, grab the brother or the sister out the county jail, and then leave and say, hey, man, it was too many of them. It was nothing I could do. And that would be that. So for them not to be, investigating or
they would literally go and grab folks up out of jail, out of houses. That's how Emmett Till got hung. They hung him and then they threw him in the river in Money, Mississippi. This happened in the 1950s. I don't know what particularly. I know it was around the same time that they had the Montgomery bus boycotts and things like that. But this is what happened to him. His people, these white men, they claim that he had whistled at a white woman, right? So then she tells her husband whatever. Her husband gets his little mob with him, and they go and find the boy because it's a small town, you know what I'm saying? So they know where he at. They about know who he with, who his family was, you know what I'm saying? The girl probably said that what you call boy? I'm gonna just say that Henderson boy had his little cousin from they say he's from Chicago. So they like, oh, we know where the Henderson's house is at. We're gonna pay them a little visit. They go in there and they take them, and then the Uncle Henderson, you know what I'm saying, the man of the house, he don't have no right in him because they done came and snapped. They came right there and he know that they gonna get somebody. They're gonna either get him, a boy, or one of his kids. So he let him go. And years later, because I seen the movie, I don't know how true this was, but from what I saw in the movie, the uncle was remorseful about it. He was remorseful about it, but that's the reason why it happened how it happened. because they knew that white mob was coming to get somebody. And then brother just said that what they'll do is they don't care if it's your house, they don't care if it's a bank, they don't care if you out at school, they don't care if you at church, they don't care. They coming in there to get you. They came and got this. He said they come and get folks out of the county jail, and then they'll go string you up.
Not even coming with a press conference and saying, "Hey, look, this is the worst thing that happened. You know, look, don't worry about it. The neighborhood is clear. You ain't got to worry about. You know, this is an isolated incident. None of that. You see, and that's normal practice for the police department to come to the public and say, "Hey, listen, check this out. This is an isolated incident. You guys don't have to worry about anything. Or if it's not, hey, look, check this out. Lock your doors, okay? Walk 2s and 3s. If you got to conceal to carry a firearm, we got a maniac on the loose hanging people." Y'all see what I'm saying? But they ain't doing none of that. They ain't saying none of that. And that just that just makes us think from our African American experience in the United States of America. It makes us think like, man, hold on, wait a minute. And, you know, and people that's not African American, they be like, man, y'all always complaining. Y'all always look at what's happening. If this right here, if a person was found hanging in a white community, a white person in a tree so high that they got to go get the fire truck.
Real quick, y'all see the man got his cash out right here. Make sure y'all cash out that man. Make sure y'all support that man who's educated. Cash out that man. I'm just talking shit.
To cut them down, do y'all think that it would be a police conference? Hey, look, like, oh, wait a minute. Guys, calm down. Lock your doors. Y'all see the difference? So this is why African American people always complain, and we always, you know, because we got a bad experience. Now, look, rest assured that we can't say that our experience here was all bad, because look how far we done came. You see what I'm saying? Look where we at right now. So we have good experience, but we'll be a damn fool.
You know what? When brothers say, look how far we came, you know, the church folks used to say back when I was in the church, you know, the Lord done brought us a mighty long way. The Lord done brought us a mighty long way. And it was funny, just, you know, just stuff you hear from older folks in the church, but it's true. The Most High has brought us a very long way. You know what I'm saying? Like, he's been faithful to us. Shoot, he brought us out of Egypt. You know what I'm saying? And now we here in America, even though we've been going through, you know what I'm saying? We have some good times, you know what I'm saying? Every time, just think about it like this, right? So, like, I believe that we still in captivity, right? For those who don't know, you know what I'm saying? I believe that even though we weren't slaves and we were so-called free from that slavery, you know what I'm saying? A lot of people say this. They took the chains off our hands and off our feet, but they didn't take the chain off our mind. You know what I'm saying? Think about it like this. You got a dog. You train that dog from a puppy. You know what I'm saying? Or even if you get a grown dog, you know what I'm saying? That dog gotta get accustomed to how you run things around your house. You know what I'm saying? So you gotta take the dog out every day, you know what I'm saying, to go pee in the morning, you know what I'm saying? You feed them right after you pee, you know, and then if they pee on the floor, they get a whoop, you know what I'm saying? Things like that. So once that dog is trained up, shoot, you ain't gotta tell him, you ain't gotta force him to get in his cage no more. You can just say cage. Just say cage, and the dog going to the cage. You know what I'm saying? You ain't gotta worry about the dog pissing on your floor because that dog know better because you don't whoop his ass enough for him to know not to piss on your damn floor. So with that being said, shoot, once you take them chains off or you let them out that cage, you know what I'm saying? You ain't gotta tell them how it's going no more. They already know the program. So our people have been programmed, you know what I'm saying, to be a certain way now. You know, like if you see, I'm from the city, right? But I done been across the country. I done been, you know what I'm saying, I done been to Las Vegas. I lived in Vegas for about close to 4 years. I lived in Las Vegas for about close to 4 years, right? A lot of y'all know we in the DFW. Shoot, I'm from Arlington. You know what I'm saying? I done lived in the city at the same time. I lived in the country too. I did a couple years in Georgia when I was in the military. You know what I'm saying? I lived in the South. I know how it is. I know how people look at you, you know what I'm saying, a certain way. You get dirty looks when you go certain places. Like you know you don't belong there. Shoot, about black and white. But in the rural areas, stuff is running at a certain pace in the program. You know what time it is when it comes down to certain things. So I've seen prejudices, all kind of things. Racism. Because the definition of racism is pretty much systematic oppression. So if you don't have the ability to be systematically oppressing somebody, then you can't, by definition, be racist. You can be prejudiced. But racism is when you use tools and you have a way to angle things a certain way to where this person will get down. If your race doesn't have that, then you can't be racist. You can't tell me that, oh, you can't come into this store because you're not Chinese. You can't come into this establishment because you're not white. You know what I'm saying? You can't get a bank loan because you're not white. You can't live in this neighborhood because you're not white. You know what I'm saying? You can't we charge these folks a certain price, but you finna steal something, so we gonna kill you. You know what I'm saying? We not playing about our money when it come to you. Shoot, if another Asian boy come in here, you know what I'm saying? Oh, if he steals something, we just gonna call his mama and he gonna get in trouble. But you steal something, oh no, you ain't finna get nothing off of me. I gotta take you out of here. See, that's racism right there. We don't have the ability to do that. We don't have the tools to oppress the people. You know what I'm saying? So we can't, by definition, be racist. But I really got off. I forgot what I was talking about. Back to this man video.
Forget about the history of our.
Right, that's what it was. We came a long way, right? So you can't forget the things that we've been through in this long way we came, and at the same time, you can't look at, oh, we got it so good now, but some things are good, but everything comes with a price. Like how I was bringing out earlier, how we're a spectacle, you know what I'm saying? How you can't trust your enemy. True, you can't trust these people, bro.
Experience in America. You see? And I encourage all brothers and sisters, don't be paranoid, schizophrenic, but look, don't forget about the criminal history of America.
Right.
Because they ain't gonna forget about yours. So, the councilman, Brother Stokes, bring the feds in, because this is abnormal. People don't get found hanging in trees far up like that.
Right. So the brother is saying, shoot, bring the feds in because we need help over here with this investigation. You know what I'm saying? And obviously Jackson don't give a damn. So bring the federal the FBI in.
You know, he calling for the feds, and this is a councilman down.
Dude, guess how much it cost me to make sure my family gets $1 million if something ever happens to me? You'll never guess.
Down there in Mississippi. So that should tell you something, that if the councilman down there, Brother Stokes, if he believed that the feds should be involved, that tells me that he doesn't have confidence in the police department down there. You see what I'm saying? He don't have full confidence in them. He believe in his mind that, wait a minute, y'all might cover something up. We need the feds to come down here and figure this out, because y'all ain't gonna do the job like the feds will do it. So that speaks volumes to me. I don't know about y'all. Get in the comments and let me know. I don't know about y'all, but that speaks volumes to me, that a councilman down there saying, hey man, we need the feds. You see what I'm saying? Now, all of a sudden though, right? They have a man of interest, and this is without the feds, but they have a man of interest. The man that they have is a 65-year-old brother named Terrence. This guy right here was in a relationship.
Okay, so that is a big age gap right there, right? So this brother right here, the whole time, he's 65? God, brother don't look 65. I thought he was in his 40s. Now, I don't know if you right about the age right there, hood educated. I hope you is, because that look like the little bridge right there that go from, is that the bridge that go down 20 into Vicksburg? I don't know, but anyways. So I'm hoping you from the area, you might have a little insight on it, you know what I'm saying? Because Vicksburg ain't too far from Jackson, you know what I'm saying? That probably about 50 miles. They're about really 30, 40, 50 minutes, you know what I'm saying? Depending on how you drive or which way you going, but that's how far Jackson is from Vicksburg. And that river, that bridge, I think is the bridge over. It might be. Anyways, yeah.
Relationship with Tasia Fortune. He has a child with her, and they had an argument a couple of days before she was found in that tree. Now, the family is saying that, hey, look, we're not just gonna say that it's him. You see what I'm saying? They want to know the truth. The family had came out not in full support of Terrence, but they saying that, hey, look, we ain't finna just throw this on him like that. We want to know the truth. We want a full investigation. But as you can see, the police say, nah, this is a man of interest. Why is he a man of interest? I'm gonna tell you why. Because he had a relationship with this woman. And that's all it takes when it comes to somebody dead. If you got a relationship with that person, hey, look, we got to investigate him. We look at him, which is okay, right? Because truth be told, we ain't gonna sugarcoat it. We ain't gonna lie. A lot of the time,
hey, the brother don't put his Zelle in there too. So if you don't have cash, make sure you Zelle my boy at hood5edu gmail.com. Zelle that boy.
you know, women be killing their husbands be killing, you know, they woman and stuff like that, even though they wasn't married. But that stuff happens. So we're not gonna act like we don't know that that stuff don't happen, right? But to me, it's just mighty strange that he's a suspect, just like that, because of his relationship and because they had an argument. Okay, I give you that. But the reason why I say that's strange to me is this right here. We go back to the Nolan Wells case. And here it is. Everybody know everything, right? I seen Nolan Wells do this. I seen Nolan Wells do that. I seen him here. We left him there. And all. Everybody know everything. But there ain't nobody see him die.
Right. And I ain't even got to pull up a Nolan Wells case. Even though this is something people talking about, everybody know about the Nolan Wells case. You know what I'm saying? So I ain't really got to, you know, I give y'all a little something. You know, but y'all pretty much know about it. So the man, he was a high school student, you know what I'm saying? He went on a trip with his friends, so-called white friends, you know what I'm saying? Which is why, you know, I can see why he's talking about this now, because he was thinking that it was he was saying earlier how this is what white folks do to us, you know what I'm saying, instead of the other way around. But I want to see what he's talking about when it comes towards this man in a second. But as far as the Nolan Wells case, shoot, he was around a group of white boys on a boat, and then somehow ended up in the water. You know what I'm saying? And body beat up real bad. And then the autopsy talking about, well, they saying that he committed suicide, or we don't know what happened to him. You know what I'm saying? Y'all know what happened to that boy. Y'all know what happened to him, bro. Y'all beat him up and y'all threw him in that water. That's what y'all did. But you know what I'm saying? These folks get away with what they want to get away with. You know what I'm saying? And it's really because the Most High has us in this position. And I've been talking about this on Facebook a lot, and some folks don't want to hear it. You know what I'm saying? Really, in the beginning, when I first came to the truth, I was so zealous, and I really didn't care what I said. I didn't care who I offended. You know what I'm saying? I still had a lot of the world on me. You know what I'm saying? So I was coming into the truth, and then I was leaving out of the world. So it's like in the middle. If you knew me during that time period, I lost a lot of friends. Relationships were bad, and then they got better, and now they're great. You know what I'm saying? I thank the Most High that my relationship with the people who were really close to me didn't go bad. Like a lot of Israelite people, they tell me, or they'll just have their testimony that, you know what I'm saying, I don't talk to my mama no more. I don't talk to my dad no more. This truth separated me from my best friend. You know what I'm saying? Separated me from my from loved ones that I was really close to. You know what I'm saying? For me, I only really lost a few minor friends, you know what I'm saying? But I really only lost one major friend. I haven't talked to bro in a while. You know what I'm saying? It's still love. I know I had did some things. He might have done some things. But yeah, it was just at the time I didn't know how to be his friend, and going through what I was going through, changes, you know what I'm saying? I was mentally exhausted. I was emotionally exhausted with a lot of stuff. And I just had a lot going on at the time, you know what I'm saying? So I made some mistakes, you know what I'm saying? I admit that. I made some mistakes. But shoot. It's just something I had to grow into, and now that I'm to the understanding of how to maintain things in life and with this truth, you know what I'm saying? I come with a couple of years of experience, but now I know how to handle relationships with people outside of the truth and my family better. You know what I'm saying? But let's get back into this video.
And ain't no suspects. And he had people that was friends, close. You understand what I'm saying? And ain't nobody been arrested for nothing, when they could have been arrested for something and interrogated for something. None of that. But this brother, oh no, they took him down there, found him with a gun, right? I don't know how they found him with the gun, but all of a sudden now they done found him with a gun. He's a felon, so he should be in possession of a gun. They get him locked up and they interrogated him. They did not bring
this nigga live in Jackson, Mississippi. I'd have a gun too. Bruh, what you mean why he got a gun? He live in Jackson. Motherfuckers die in Jackson. I'ma have a gun too if I'm a felon. I don't give a damn. I'ma have a gun. I need one. Shoot. For one, I'm a freaking felon, so ain't no telling what I did in my past life. So I might have some folks after me. And they don't forget. And shoot, knowing black men, bro, folks always gonna dibble and dabble as long as they can. They might do a little something, they might not do nothing major as they used to do. Look, you might have a dude that used to sell bricks back in the day. You know what I'm saying? Now he done been to the pen a couple of times. He got him a job. You know what I'm saying? But at the same time, he's still selling weed. He might not sell them bricks no more, but he gonna have his hand in the game a little bit. You know what I'm saying? But these folks is not giving up that stuff, bro. I don't know nobody that used to do anything that don't dibble and dabble no more, bro. Regardless of what it is. You know what I'm saying? But so that's why he got a gun.
Bring him in and say, hey, let's sit down. You got a child with her. We just want to have a conversation with you real quick. No, he went up in there, found the gun. Yep, we can arrest him now. He ain't supposed to be around no gun. And now we finna interrogate him. Why they ain't do Nolan Wells friends like that? Why they ain't run up inside their crib and find stuff? The boys admitted to drinking. They all underage. And DWI, they driving a boat drunk. You see the difference.
And that's another thing. They all drunk. You see, I ain't really got into the details. I'm going to get into the details of the Nolan Wells case after this because to be honest with y'all, I don't be digging deep into these things like some people do because, for one, it's like if I dig deep into these things, I'm going to be digging deep every day behind something new because this stuff continually happens to our people. You know what I'm saying? This stuff continually happens to our people. We in the news more than anybody. Matter of fact, I'm gonna put it up real fast. Whose death? Which race is death? Matter of fact, I'm gonna chat GPT. I just chat GPT and I said, whose racist death is in the news the most in America? Boom. ChatGPT says non-Hispanic Black Americans have the highest overall age-adjusted death rate among the major racial ethnic groups. It says in 2024 it was about 884 deaths per 10 sorry to the people who don't know, it's like you mean 100,000 people in America. That's a lot. I mean, let me keep going because I don't really know numbers like that because I'm not a numbers guy, but people, it says we died almost out of everybody, regardless.
Difference in how things happen. And non-African American people be wondering, like, why they always complaining? This is why. Because there's two different Americas. But if you're not African American, you won't see it. You won't see it until you are African American. Then you see it and you know it.
Right.
You see? But so now, look, they got a man of interest. Now, I'm not trying to speak highly of Terrence because I don't know if he did it or not. He's a suspect. I don't know. But here's what the family and what the news and what the police got to say about him. Check it out.
If you're so profitable, why do you sell a course? Well, you know what? Here you go. I don't care. It's all free. I'm giving it away. We have like 6 different courses in here. The same strategies that made me a full-time trader. We have like 24,000 members.
They trying to sell me a little.
Good morning to you, Robin. Tasia Fortune's death has alarmed a lot of people, sparking fears about racially motivated murders. Now, police haven't said exactly how she died, but this morning, her mother telling our team that she knows her daughter did not do this to herself. This morning, growing demands for answers in Mississippi after a 29-year-old mother of 4 was found dead.
Pause it real quick. And I'm back.
Dead, hanging from a tree.
We're gonna press as far as we can press it until she gets justice.
Tasia Fortune's body was discovered last week behind a vacant house in Jackson. The family telling ABC News the circumstances surrounding her death do not add up.
Tasia loved living life. Like, there's no way that she took her own life.
The Jackson Police Department saying, quote, an active death investigation is on.
I didn't know she was mixed. From the pictures, I couldn't really tell that she was a mixed girl. Because it said, it showed right there, her mama.
Underway. They have not named any.
Man, so that kind of throws a little wrench in there a little bit. You know what I'm saying? Because with her being half white, I don't know. Maybe the man did do it, the boyfriend. But it's kind of crazy because why would you hang somebody? You know what I'm saying? There's got to be something deeper there.
Suspects and declined to comment on local reports that they questioned the father of one of Fortune's children about the death. Court records show Terrence Anderson, who's behind bars on an unrelated weapons.
You know, looking at him in this picture versus this picture, because this look like an AI generated picture, and this looked like his actual, you know what I'm saying, his actual mug shot. So, yep, because you got the gray hairs right here. You know what I'm saying? You got the eyes look different in this one, and this one look, one of his eyes might be fake. I don't know if I'm tripping. Either one of his eyes are fake, or he got a lazy eye slightly. He got a lazy eye slightly because these eyes is not right. You know what I'm saying? He low-key, the left eye low-key look like an eye of like an alligator or something. You know what I'm saying? But either way it goes, he's shaved a little bit, and his goatee is kind of shaved down. We're on the right side. On this other video, it's kind of like that's definitely AI. Either way it goes, because I know AI when I see AI, but either way it goes, this is the actual picture of this man, and he looks like he might be mixed as well. It's possible that he might be mixed as well.
On the same street block where Fortune's body was found.
No one's trying blaming Ted or anything like that. You know, we just want answers.
Right here.
Meanwhile, concern growing in the community and among local leaders, given Mississippi's troubling history with lynchings and racially motivated.
Yeah, so I'm guessing you the daddy because you got gray hair as well. So basically, she was dating a nigga that looked like he about the same age as her dad. And this her mama. I ain't gonna lie, you down bad, bro, because this woman do not look good. Hey, man, look, we ain't got no business marrying their asses anyway, you know what I'm saying? But, bro, why that one? Like, maybe she used to look different when y'all was younger, but right now, she look terrible. She look ugly, bro. Like, what's up with you? You not no bad looking brother, you know what I'm saying? You can pull a better looking woman than that.
You know, we just want answers.
Meanwhile, concern growing in the community and among local leaders given Mississippi's troubling history with lynchings, racially motivated killings. In the last year, Mississippi police have responded to 2 other tree hanging deaths. Both were ruled suicides.
Right.
Fortune's family rallying.
I had these up too. Like I said, I didn't watch this video at all. So it's like this is going right into everything that I already had up. Because I didn't get to show these videos, but I had already knew about Trey Reed, right, from last year. You know what I'm saying? It happened around September. I remember that happened in Mississippi. Well, I want to say it happened. I don't remember what this city is, but it's like south of Jackson. When you go straight down that highway, what is that? 20? Is it? I want to say it's 29 or something like that. I'm not sure, but it's a highway going up towards Jackson. No, it's hell no, it ain't 59, is it? It might be Highway 59, but you're going down, right, and you go down that way to get down to like Mobile area. You go down that highway, get down that way, but it's right south of Jackson. Hold on. Let me show this video because this was about the Trey Reed case, right? This is a little update. And to be honest, I don't like reaction videos like this or videos like this off of TikTok because you know what I'm saying? A lot of folks they'll run with a narrative, you know what I'm saying, without facts. They'll just make these videos. They won't have the they'll be just making up lies just for views, you know what I'm saying? So I'm hoping that this video right here is a authentic video, and I'm weirded out about who made this damn picture of Pharaoh, because that is gay as fuck, bro. I don't want to see no shit like that on my screen. Let me scroll. Let me go in. Let me zoom in, because that's wow. That's because we desensitized, bro. Our people are desensitized to things. Because, like I was saying earlier about me scrolling down Facebook and seeing the sister, her body parts, her stomach showing, you know what I'm saying? Her upper torso broken up. You can see certain things hanging out her torso. Like, that stuff you see on Facebook. You know what I'm saying? I remember, I ended up being on the dark web, right? But I got cousins that done told me, man, you can get anything on the dark web, boy. I've been back in the day, boy. I seen a Mexican chop a nigga neck off on the dark web, boy. Shoot, dark web ain't nothing to play with. I done seen some shit on there. So, like, you think about folks seeing that type of stuff, and now we just, from one, we've been seeing it decades, you know what I'm saying, centuries. Our people be getting hell in trees. And when stuff happens to somebody, it's like, oh, it's just another one. It's just another one. Then on top of that, they keep us high and drunk all damn day, so don't nobody care about nothing. You high and drunk all day, then you want to go party. All you care about is the turn. You work it all week. You work a job all week. Bust your ass. Some of y'all do, because a lot of y'all lazy as hell. You know what I'm saying? Y'all just, I don't know how y'all got jobs, because y'all sorry. A lot of folks don't do no work. You know what I'm saying? Y'all some lazy ass Negroes, and especially to do something. But we desensitized, man. We don't everything we see in the, you know what I'm saying, on the internet, social media, when you in the streets, it's just, we're desensitized to everything. Right. We always into some bullshit like that. All of us. We need to get ourselves together before we worry about anybody else, bro. We black folks be so worried about what everybody else got going on that you can't even handle what's going on in your own damn house. You're on the phone gossiping about your cousin Shay and how she on her third baby daddy. And you know what I'm saying? The whole time, you got 2 baby daddies. You know what I'm saying? You might be on your way to your third too. So you worried about what they got going on. You even worried about what you got going on. You can't get ahead in life because you so worried about what other folks got going on. She might have 3 baby daddies, but guess what? She got a good fucking job, and she got a place to stay. She on her business. She might be fucking up here and there. She be fucking up, but your ass ain't got shit going on. You live with your bum baby daddy. The last one you got, you know what I'm saying? Because you got 2 kids. He finna get your ass pregnant again. You know what I'm saying? And you so worried about what she got going on, that you gonna realize that this nigga ain't got no job. You know what I'm saying? And now you finna have a 3rd kid because he been busting you. You know what I'm saying? Y'all ain't been using protection. And now you finna get pregnant too. Worried about her. That's one thing that our black folks just doing. We're so worried about everybody else that we can't take care of what's going on in our community. We can't clean up our community. You know what I'm saying? We can't even eat good food in our community. shoot, we eat everybody else fucking food, and then the places that we do, you know what I'm saying? We might not own it, but we run it. It's worn down. Shit stink. Food old. Yeah. What about everybody damn else? What about everybody damn else? We can't even take care of our own community. Shit dirty, stank, smell like piss. So basically, what the brother's saying is, before he get into it, I think he can say that this black man finna be the scapegoat because either he's gonna say the black man is the scapegoat, or he's gonna say that somebody helped the boyfriend with his murder. Well, basically, so what he's saying is, yeah, the boyfriend either had an accomplice, and if he had an accomplice, then he gonna rat him out. basically he's saying, shoot, y'all gotta be more cognizant of what's going on in y'all community because y'all don't know what's going on. Y'all know if y'all got a killer on the loose, or y'all don't know. Either way, it's a killer on the loose because he thinks it's an accomplice, even if it's a group of white men or if it's another person or brother or whoever. Because like I said earlier, I think the brother mixed too. Whether it's a black man or a white man on the loose, either way, it's not safe in y'all community right now. Your ass. You know what? I laughed, but the brother right, bro. Like for you to do this shit to another sister, bro. Like you see what they do to us, and you gonna join in that type of bullshit, bro. Like this is like I said, this is the videos and pictures was all across the internet, bro. She been humiliated. She was killed in a humiliating way, bro. Oh, oh, maybe mother on the beat. Oh, but what the hell was that? Okay, okay. I was about to say, you know, I see what it is. I was, hey, now the brother might have been trying to say he a Hebrew or something for a minute. GD on phone them. This is the second video right here that I wanted to share. Let's see. Show this real quick. Everybody know it. Hey, and I'm gonna show y'all something about this dude, right? You see this bald head, no beard having dude with barely any eyebrows? He is your new He is your new Jesse Jackson. He's your new what's that dude name? Reverend Al Sharpton. You know what I'm saying? He's the new them. You know what I'm saying? Like, for one, he ain't got no hair. He ain't got no beard. You know what I'm saying? The hair thing is one thing, but the beard thing is where I draw the line at. Because why is you cutting off your manhood, bro? I can see if you can't grow no hair, but I ain't never known no man that ain't got no hair at the top and God ain't even blessed him with a beard. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know what you got going on, bro. You just shaving that thing off. The Most High said we not to shave off our beard. So I don't trust a man like this. You letting me know right now, since you shaved off your beard and you shave off your head, you really conform to today's society. But you know what I'm saying? You really just want your piece of the pie. You want to continue what King did. You know what I'm saying? You want to continue what these brothers did as far as when it comes to civil rights. But you know what I'm saying? The civil rights didn't do shit for us, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like, as far as a people wise, like, it'd be different if you were saying, you know what I'm saying, oh, thanks to civil rights, we got a couple of successful individuals. You know what I'm saying? We've always had successful individuals, whether it was with civil rights or without civil rights. You know what I'm saying? Like, you gonna have your black folks who got something going on. But us getting these, we didn't get no civil rights. If anything, it aided Israel. You know what I'm saying? Not talking about us Israelites. I'm talking about the Israelis over there. It helped them. It helped all the immigrants more than it helped us, because that's who benefited off of civil rights: immigrants and gays. Shoot. They trying to say that the PPI was about black folks, but nah, that shit was about gays and other folks. You know what I'm saying? We just benefited a little bit. And white women. That's who that shit benefited the most. You know what I'm saying? The white woman has always, like, look, one thing about the white man, right? The white man don't give a damn about nobody, not even his own people. He don't give a damn about nobody, bro. Like, I'm not talking about your average everyday white person, right? Which your average everyday white person will still show you the same shit. They don't give a fuck about nobody but they self, bro. And they might stick together to do some little bullshit, but at the end of the day, they gonna cut your back out. Whoever that person is, they trying to get ahead of, they gonna cut them out, bro. You know what I'm saying? And with that being said, the man cuts out the other man. You know what I'm saying? He cuts out his woman. His woman ain't shit. You know what I'm saying? In corporate America, the white woman, she trying to have a sword fight with the white man, but she never really wins for real. And when she does think she wins, shit, they give her the stupidest job ever. They like, we just gonna give her this and let her think that she got something going on. But really, that's our worst fucking department. We don't give a damn about that. You know what I'm saying? Like, they do stuff like that. Do you really think that he give a damn about you if you don't give a damn about his own women and people? You don't give a fuck about you, bro. Civil rights was like, shit, we just gonna give them a little something. Make them think they getting something. Bro, do you know that Lyndon B. Johnson was one of the most racist presidents of all time? One of the most racist. They'll tell you that shit. That motherfucker from Texas. Texas is a racist ass state. It's in the South, bro. Let me tell you something about what these folks do. Like I said earlier, they smiling in your face, and they really your enemy, bro. Like, I can play the games too. I can smile all day and not fuck with you. Shit. People know how to be fake all day long. But hey, man, this dude, you can't trust no bald head dude. He don't conform to today's society, and he thinks he's finna get a piece of the pie, but they don't give a damn about you, bro. They don't. Donald Trump. That was another one that passed away last year, and that was weird to me. You know what I'm saying? I feel like there was foul play in there as well. You know what I'm saying? I just don't think he just finna go out there on a family trip and drown. You know what I'm saying? I'm just being skeptical. I don't know. Hey, I'm not saying by a long shot that I don't hope that the brother get this stuff done. You know what I'm saying? If he did, he done. Then all praise to the Most High for us getting a little justice while we here in this captivity. But ultimately, I was saying that him thinking if he has ulterior motives of ultimately trying to get a piece to the pie, we're never going to get a piece to the pie, bro. We can just do what we can do. You know what I'm saying? We're not gonna get a piece of the pie. We're gonna get the whole pie when Christ come back. We're getting the whole pie, bro. The righteous of us. And if you want to get the piece of that whole pie, brother, I suggest you keep the commandments of God and faith in Christ, man. That's the only way you're gonna get it. It's the only way you're gonna get it. All right, so that's the update on there. I did have a little bit more on there, but I think that was enough justice for those two topics. You know what I'm saying? Before we get out of here, though, I just wanted to show. I just wanted to show the people who've been lost in the last couple months, so that we can give them the proper respects. Because this live was to give understanding and bring out the fact that our people are still being hung out here in the streets. And I just didn't want this to be something that our people didn't know about, because we be worried about the wrong things, man. We be we be worried, like I said earlier, the next turn up, what such and such got going on. Well, we need to be worried about how to make our communities better and our lives better. You know what I'm saying? What's gonna help us get to the next point we need to get to, which is ultimately the kingdom of God, right? Folks, bro, why don't let me share this picture? Folks, worried about what's going on in today's life. We know we live in day to day, you know what I'm saying? Some of us are struggling and we just trying to make it to that little bit of peace, right? Which whatever that might be for you. But ultimately your peace should come in God through his son Christ, right? So he's who we get our peace from, who we get our rest from. Let me see. I'm gonna try to pull up this picture so I can show you. What the hell? So I can show y'all some of the people that we lost to these violent hangings and things like that in the last couple months. Not only the last couple months, but the last, I want to say, 2 years. So let this thing pull up because try to. My damn computer's so slow now. I gotta get a new computer, y'all. Let me see if I can do it like this. Duh, this is what I'm supposed to do it anyway. Where it's tweaking. Well, no, this shit, I'm gonna get off of here a little bit. But this the first live back with Key to the Streets TV, you know what I'm saying? So I wanted to make it a grand opening or grand reopening, you know what I'm saying? Grand reopening, because I think this is like my third time we starting this thing back up. And now it's better than ever, right? So boom, I got the picture up and I'm gonna say these names real fast to the people so you know who these people are. So the first person in the red, right there in the red angel shirt, that is Norris Richardson, and he passed on September 28th of 2024. Let me see, where's he from? Matter of fact, I know what to do. I know exactly what to do. And I'm gonna be better prepared next time for this. But be better prepared. You know, we're gonna get the kicks out. This is my first time doing this on StreamYard, you know what I'm saying? Going live on Facebook with it. So okay. So the Norris Richardson, he passed on September 28th, 2024. He was found hanging in an abandoned house in Colbert County, Alabama. The second guy that's in the black, what is it? The black pullover. That's Javion McGee. He was 21 from North Carolina. It says he was Illinois CDL driver that was found in the base of a tree in Henderson. So it was found in Henderson, North Carolina. Then that said, truck driver found in North Carolina. Wow. This is Eric's, the man in the middle with the cat. That's Earl Smith. He was found in Auburn, New York in June of 2025. Found in a tree. It says, the graphic says June 17, but contemporary reporting places the discovery on June 18th of 2025. Yeah. So right there in the pink bow tie, that's Trey Reed. He was a freshman at Delta State, like he was saying earlier in the videos. He passed. We was found hung on campus on September 15th last year. The man in a black suit, that's Tory Medley. He's 39 from Wisconsin. He was found hanging in a tree at Brookfield Hills Golf Course in Milwaukee, Wisconsin. At a golf course. You know who'll be at golf courses. Kyle Basinga was 21. That's the guy right there with the Beats headphones. He was found in Georgia on February 18th of this year. He was found in Cobb County at Fair Oaks Park. So Cobb County, that's north. I think that's northeast. I mean, northwest, or is that West Atlanta area? And there do be white folks out that way too. Let me see here. Juliana Umbanita, that's the young lady right there in the brown jacket. She was from the Congo, Dominican Republic of Congo. Said she was found in Charlotte, North Carolina on May 8th of this year. She was found hanging from a tree on a church property. They said that her death is ruled a suicide, but Charlotte, North Carolina, not buying it. Let's see here. Tania Nicole Miller, that's the lady in the white right there in the middle. She was found hanging from a tree in Flint, Michigan at Gwen Cherry Park on June 18th of this year. They're saying that she was ruled a suicide as well. But this thing, right? This suicide shit is not making sense to me. Because when somebody commits suicide, they usually do it in the privacy of their own home. You know what I'm saying? They're gonna take their life more likely in the bathroom or in the bedroom or something like that, you know? So I'm not buying the suicide. Let's see here. Gerald J. Jackson was found in Michigan on June 30th. See, this was the one too that came up. This one didn't happen not too long ago. It said he attended an Electric Forest Festival. So you was out there probably partying like a mug, ended up dead. You probably was partying with them white folks, because black folks don't have festivals. We have black parties. You know what I'm saying? Then, you know, the sister Tasia that we've been covering for majority of the video. But yeah, these are the ones that we know about, because I'm pretty sure there's more. You know, everything don't make the news all the time. And if it does make the news, it don't make the mainstream news. But this is a couple of them that we know about. And who's to say what's been going on with our people outside of our country, outside of America, you know what I'm saying? But I'm gonna share this last video, you know what I'm saying? Because this is the video I was gonna start off. I was gonna start off the video, the live with, but for some strange reason, it just disappeared. So I'm gonna bring it here now. Bring it on now. Yeah, man, that's how I wanted to end the video, you know what I'm saying? Just dedicate that song right there to the brothers and sisters that we've lost over the last 2 years to the honey trees. All right, man, it's gonna be
For real? Key to the Streets TV. You niggas ain't locked in for real.